Hello everyone, myself Bushra Fatma. Today we will start our new topic, that is Introduction to Teaching Pedagogy, which comes under your Sociology module.
So, the objectives of this lecture is what is pedagogy, what is project-based learning, what is syllabus and curriculum, what is curriculum of SOA, what is the rubrics for evaluation of SOA at Calcutta's University. So the first question which arises in your mind, that is, what is pedagogy? So pedagogy is a word of Greek origin made up of pedos, that meaning is child, students, and agogos, that meaning is leader, that is teacher, educator. So it is a word that describes the science and art of education and learning theory. The pedagogy word describes the study of teaching, how content is presented and delivered to a learner, that is student. It is a creation of an educational process that leads to knowledge gain in the learner. The actual definition of pedagogy includes the theory and practice of teaching, the strategies employed in order to teach, the specific interaction of teacher and students, the instructive content used, the combined goals of the learner and teacher, and the way the content is presented and delivered to the learner. So when we talk about pedagogy and curriculum, pedagogy is often confused with curriculum. The latter define what is being taught, while pedagogy actually refers to the method in how we teach, the theory and practice of educating. Pedagogy is the relationship between learning techniques and culture and is determined based on an educator beliefs about how learning should and does take place. Pedagogy requires meaningful classroom interactions and respect between educators and learners. The goal is to help students build on prior learning and develop skills and attitudes, and for educators to devise and present curriculum in a way that is relevant to students, aligning with their needs and culture. So pedagogy is the way how we teach to the student learner in various methods. It can be in any form, presentation form or documentary form or video form. So you can see an image in which we describe a curriculum, pedagogy and assessment. So curriculum means mandated knowledge and practice. Pedagogy is strategy for instruction to meet curriculum requirements, and the assessments, basically there is three type of assessment: diagnostic assessment, formative assessment and summative assessment. So assessment is students demonstrate their knowledge and practice related to the curriculum standards. So these are the curriculum, assessment and pedagogy. So in this video we can see that what is pedagogy, what is the meaning of pedagogy. As I said before earlier slide, the science and the art of education and learning theory, just as they are a field of study in other subject, this is the study of teaching. So pedagogy means how we content deliver to the learner, how learner understand the content, what are the methods to delivery of content, what are the assessment methods of delivery of content. So the first question arises in your mind, why pedagogy is important? Having a well thought out pedagogy can improve the quality of your teaching and the way the student learn, helping them gain a deeper grasp of fundamental materials. Being mindful of the way you teach can help you better understand how help students achieve deeper learning, and it can in turn impact student perception, resulting in cooperative learning environments. The proper approach helps students move beyond simple forms of thinking as defined as the pedagogy, and is also defined as the Bloom's taxonomy pyramid, like basic memorization and comprehension to complex learning process like analysis, evaluation and creation. So in pedagogy we also include the Bloom's taxonomy, in which there is different stages, different pyramids set different things. So pedagogy means to deliver a content or to deliver a content to a learner with the help of various methods like presentations, documentary, and video based case study method, or different like demonstrative methods or different methods, etc., for better learning outcome, for better growth. For examples, Eva's moms feel good about the math app she just installed because Eva's math teacher said it has high pedagogical value. So this is an example of pedagogical key. That is, this is the chart. We can see how content is presented to deliver the content. Evaluation of the learning process, whether it is working correctly, preparing content, then presented to the deliver to the learner, connect with the assets needed to present content, pull together these assets to create cognitive psychology based learning process. So this cycle implies the show the pedagogy how content deliver to the learner for better learning outcome. These are the methods, as I said before, Bloom's taxonomy and 21st century Bloom's taxonomy. There is remember, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating. It includes active learning, case study methods, flipped classroom, gamification, peer instructions, student engagement system. So these are the pedagogy methods. What are the pedagogy considerations? With the use of these methods, there is some pedagogical considerations like hidden curriculum, learning space, learning theories, and so on. So some pedagogical approaches which are used in classroom is our critical pedagogy, dialogue learning, and student-centered learning and all. So in student-centered learning, you can see the content is focused or on students. Some students are slow learners, some are fast learner. The content are fixed according to the learners. That is the student learner thinking. Now comes to the next slide, in which we discuss project-based learning. As you all know, curriculum of SOA follow project-based learning, that is PBL. So what is project-based learning? PBL is a teaching or learning techniques in which students learn the courses by doing projects one works in the related area. In architecture, in the School of Architecture, we do various projects like housing, residence, etc. So PBL gives them extra opportunity to apply concept in project development, to have experiences in learning by doing. So PBL is an effective and enjoyable way to learn, and it develops deeper learning competencies required for a success in college, career, and civic life. In project-based learning, student learns how to take initiative and responsibilities, build their confidence, solve problems, work in team, communicate ideas, and manage themselves. PBL brings about the development of success skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, collaboration, communication in a variety of media, and speaking and presentation skill. So it involves identifying a real world problem or a hypothetical problem for a future and solving the same over for a certain period of time. Students learn through by doing, exploring, redoing, testing, and validating. Through PBL approach, learners, students are involved and motivated and responsible to acquire deeper and sustainable knowledge. So there is 5 key to rigorous problem solving, that is real world connection, effective learning, structured collaboration, student driven, and multifaceted assessment, in which you can see a image. It is project based learning. Describe it is an instructional method of hands on active learning centered on the investigation and resolution of messy real world and problem. So you can see PBL is related to presentation and feedback, this one, and the prior knowledge to guide you, ideas and brainstorm, and problem to be solved. So PBL is directly related to the active learning methods, learning by doing, in which we cover the problem which can be solved, what are the ideas, by testing, by redoing, by exploring, by validating, and by collaboration, by problem solving, etc., which improve our speaking skills, our presentation skills, and all. So In this project-based learning, we involve a real-world problem. There is some learning outcomes and objectives of project-based learning which makes the differences between traditional learning and the PBL. So the learning outcomes of PBL is learn more deeply and transfer their learning to new situation, improve problem solving and collaborative skills. Students become more engaged and self-directed, improve their learnings, opportunities provided for students to use the technology. PBL makes teaching more enjoyable and rewarding. So in project-based learning, as you can see, there is ownership and creativity and critical thinking and collaboration. So the objectives of project-based learning is problem solving skills and critical thinking. When we talk about traditional learning and project-based learning, traditional learning is told what we need to know, then we memorize it, then problem assigned to illustrate how to use it. There are basically three steps, and in project-based learning, problem assigned, then identify what you know, then learn and solve that problem. So this is the project-based learning and the traditional learning, which makes a difference. Project-based learning connect the real world problem assigned, then how what to know, then learn and solve this problem. So this is the project-based learning. Now comes to the curriculum of School of Architecture. So in starting, we discuss what is vision and mission of SOA. In next lecture, we cover PO and PSOs and COs. So vision and mission of School of Architecture is defines the School of Architecture. Vision is single line statement and mission is four statements. So to be known globally as a premier school of architecture for design, innovation, creativity, holistic education and transdisciplinary research is the vision of School of Architecture. Holistic education means a relatively new movement in education that seeks to engage all aspects of the learner, including mind, body and spirit. The mission of School of Architecture is develop competencies in field of architecture through project-based learning teaching process. As I discussed before this slide, what is PBL? Establish state-of-the-art facilities for design and simulation. Prepare architectural graduates to actively participate in the contemporary milieu, encourage and anticipate paradigm shift and respond to change. Employ an aesthetic approach to develop sustainable ethical solutions for societal concern. So these are the one vision and mission of School of Architecture at Calcutta's University. So comes to the curriculum of SOA. School of Architecture follow project-based learning. In the curriculum of School of Architecture, there is totally 10 semesters, in which in 10th semester there is thesis, and in 7th semester there is training, and in 9th semester there is urban design project. So all these semesters are divided into different modules, that is module based learning. So these what are the modules and what are the subjects in this modules are discussed here. So the design studio has undoubtedly been at the core of architectural design education since its inception in the 19th century. In most of the situations, studio teaching is still based on the traditional models of design process. Through the design studio, there is an opportunity for students to test their abilities of real life problems. Studio is the core in the design education, and each module has an application based project. The student learn whatever the allied subject student learn, it has to be applied in the project, which is evaluated by the rubric evaluation. So you can see these the suppose first module and the second module and the third module, that is M1, M2 and M3, M4, M5. These five modules in first semester, that is introduction to architecture, kinetics, language of architecture, shelter and the art and design. For example, this is the first module in which the design project is graffiti, in which these allied topics are incorporated. All the subjects, design, construction, structure, all the are applied in this graffiti projects. So in module system, there is one core subject that is design, or other are allied subject, but all the allied subjects are applied in the project of design, that is graffiti. Same you can see in kinetics, there is kinetic sculpture is a project, and these are the allied topics. In same the language of architecture, these are the allied subjects, and these are the main project in which all the allied subjects are applied in the design projects. So same it is, there is 10 semester or are divided into different modules. So these modules which are in curriculum of SY, that is first semester has 5 more modules, second semester has 5 modules. These modules are transdisciplinary. Transdisciplinary means it has ecology, economy, culture, and technology. So ecology means environmental issues and sustainability. Economics means economic issues and life cycle costing. Culture means social, culture, and behavior issue. Technology means construction and IT digital practices. So these are modules follow these 4 terminologies. The subject which are allied subjects and the core subject are follow these 4 parameters, that is ecology, economy, culture, and technology. So this is the disciplinary knowledge, that is the multidisciplinary knowledge. So in this multidisciplinary knowledge, this is the disciplinary knowledge. The modules are transdisciplinary, means they have no boundaries, they have some parameters which are followed in allied subjects and a core subject. The core subject is design, and allied subjects are construction, project management, economics, and etc. So all the allied subjects are followed in main core subjects. Okay. So this is the module across the 5 year of uh, architecture education. Okay, so you can see this is the first semester, this is the second semester, this is the third semester, this is the fourth semester, fifth semester, sixth semester, seventh semester, eighth semester, ninth semester, and 10th semester. In 8th semester there is internship, in 10th semester there is thesis. So as you can see, there is various modules in various semester like M1, M2, M3, M4, M5, M6, M7, M8, M9, M10, M11, M12, and so on. And you can see in one semester there is each semester there is 5 modules. First semester have 5 modules, second semester and third semester have 5 modules, and these are the modules name: introduction to architecture, kinetics, and all. And these are the projects. So in this figure you can see that there is 10 semester in 5 years of architecture education, which is divided into 5 modules of each semester, which has different name, and each has different project which follow the project based learning. That is, first module is graffiti, kinetic sculpture, and sketches, and all things. So these are the projects, these are the main design projects in which allied subjects are applied to the project. You can discuss in the project based learning earlier. Okay, these are the main core projects in which all allied subjects are applied. So basically the 10th 5 year program has 10 semester. Each semester have 5 different modules. Each module had different design projects and have some allied subject, and all the allied subjects are follow on design course subject, that is graffiti and all, etc. So this is the rubrics for evaluation. In this there is various stages like proposal and conceptual review have 20%, evaluation 40%, verification is 40%. Further it is divided into different stages, just like project brief, need, context, form, mapping, process, visualization, soft skill, and cognizance, that is 30% weightage, that is MCQ and all. Further, it is described it by project trees. Identify the project objectives, what are the hypotheses, what are the research site, what are the requirements, what are the slide, flora, fauna, zoning services, what are the zoning of building, what are the vulgar concepts, what are the analysis, what are the procedure, what are the identifies relevant constraints, what are the soft skills, what are the presentation skills, what are the subject knowledge, what are the proficiency and all. So further it is divided into 5 to 10 marks, but overall marking is 100 marks. So student have secure 50% marks overall for passing marks. So in this rubrics for evaluation, the all things are divided into further stages, and the further stages are divided into further stages. Then they have marks, is that like 5 marks of project brief, 5 marks of need, scope and form, context and all. So these are the different stages of marking, that is rubrics for evaluation. These are the some questions you have to solve it. Explain the pedagogy of School of Architecture. Explain example of project-based learning with respect to architecture. Explain benefits of project-based learning, and what is the difference between traditional learning and project-based learning. So write down these questions and explain it in a one paragraph, 100 to 150 words. These are the some references of this lecture. Thank you.